So this is Matthew Reynolds' audiogram.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fit in with some trial hearing aids. So I would probably say it's a mild sloping all the way down to nearly a profound hearing loss in the higher frequencies.
Yep.
There were no responses here at all. So there's a bit of an asymmetry. The right ear's down a little bit on the left side compared to the left side. And these 2 to 4,000 hertz.
Yep. So do we know much about the cause of his hearing loss?
No, he just said it was too much loud music over the years. That's about all he said. He said he's never really worked like where there was a lot of noise exposure or anything like that. So he just put it down to too much loud music through his headphones. So, and there's not really any genetic kind of pattern there. His parents don't wear hearing aids or anything like that. So,
so has he had that investigated? Because it is quite severe.
No, he
even
hasn't.
If he has listened to a lot of music.
So referral on.
Yeah,
Be a good
think
idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So some Oticon hearing aids, I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Open S, is it?
S1.
S1, that's the ones.
Yeah.
We fitted some of them a couple of weeks ago, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they had some fairly good feedback. So his main goals were social situations,
Mm-hmm.
and I think at work as well. He has a little bit of trouble. He works at Woolworths, so there's music going over the PA constantly and just the noise of a supermarket. He said he finds it difficult hearing what people are saying to him. So
Yeah. So with that degree of hearing loss, it's probably interesting to look at his speech discrimination.
okay. Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
The right is quite a bit worse than the left, isn't it?
And what's his maximum speech score is about 90%.
Yeah, in the left.
And doesn't quite make that in the right.
In the right, no, it's only up around that 70. So
And has he used hearing aids before?
no, he hasn't. No, this is his first time. I think his wife is really fed up with him not being able to hear properly. So I think he finally decided it was time for a test and fit some hearing aids. So he said he's got a moderate budget. So
Okay, yeah. So a couple of factors we'll probably need to consider with that speech discrimination and how severe his hearing loss is. And he has never worn hearing aids before. The acclimatisation period is going to be probably prolonged.
okay,
And he'll need to be counselled fairly heavily because initially the sound quality is probably not going to be great, just because it's been such a long period of deafness.
that he hasn't heard these things. That's all
Yeah,
going to be a big
yeah.
change for him.
Yeah, and we'll probably need to sort of progressively increase the hearing aid gain
Okay,
over time, just to give himself time to adjust to it.
acclimatised to
Yeah,
it more.
yeah,
So it's not so much of a shock.
yeah. But otherwise, I think obviously it's going to be beneficial to him.
Yeah, you would think so. So we will do I was going to do like a spin test or something later on just to compare the two, but you would think that with some hearing aids that it would hopefully be a lot better.
Yeah.
So okay, he'll be here shortly, so we'll take it from
Get
there.
on with it.
Okay, good.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, Matt, so these are your new hearing aids that we're going to give you a trial with. So these are just behind the ear ones. They sit up behind your ear. So to start off with, we'll pop some batteries in there. So they just come in this card. It just spins around.
Yep.
And you just pop them out the back. You just peel this tab off. Pull it off. And there's only one way they can go in. See how they've got a little bit of a curved side on the bottom? Yep. They just go down in the hearing aid. So we just pop it in there. and just close the door. And once you've closed the door, that means it's on. It's working now.
Yep.
So I'll just do that with the other side. There'll just be a little noise to say I'm turned on. Now, if you can see on there's two different colours.
Yep.
That's the speaker at the end. There's red and there's a blue. So we always think red for right.
Yep.
So you'll know that that's your right ear.
Yep.
Okay, so this just sits up behind your ear like this. It's probably easier to hook it over your ear and then just push the little dome into your ear. You can't push it in too far, so just push it in as far as it'll go.
Yep.
So this is just a little speaker on the end.
Yep.
So the sound comes in through here and out through the speaker. So to start with, I might just get you to just have a little go at closing the doors and popping them on.
Yep.
So you've popped the battery in.
So, drop it down.
Yep, just down that way. Shut the door. So that'll be on now.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Close the
There we
door.
go. It's all good.
So now I might just get you to have a go at popping it on.
Yeah.
So that's the
That's
red for the right.
Yeah.
So you just hook it over your ear and just push the dome in as far as you can get it. As I said, you can't push it in too far. There's only a certain amount of distance it can go.
Yep.
You want to have a go at the other side? So that's it, just hook it over. That's it, push it in.
Yeah.
Yep, you're doing well. I'll just have a quick look. Make sure you've pushed it in far enough.
Far enough.
Yeah, perfect. How does that sound?
Yeah. Much better.
Good. How does my voice sound?
Yeah. Like normal when I could hear.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
not too loud?
No, it's it
Not
feels
too
like I'm speaking to like a microphone. You know, like
Okay.
it's a bit, but it's not too bad. There's a bit of, I don't know, we say vibration from the voice to the ear.
Okay.
Like it's not too bad.
With your level of hearing loss, you have had a fair bit of hearing loss for a while, so you're going to hear a lot of things that you haven't heard for a long time.
Yeah.
So things might sound pretty loud at the start,
Yeah.
but it should settle down pretty quickly over time.
Yeah.
Once your brain gets used to hearing all these new sounds and everything.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a couple of things with you. I'll just clap my hands. How does that sound?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Bit loud.
It's going to be loud, but it's not annoyingly loud or
No.
not hurting your ears or anything. Okay, I'll just try this one. What about this?
Yeah, that's not hurting, but it's
A little bit much?
bit more uncomfortable than
Okay.
better.
All right. I might just bring down a couple of these higher frequencies and see if we can make that a little bit more comfortable for you. Okay, I've just brought some of those little bit higher frequencies down a bit. How does my voice sound there with that? Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do this cup again.
Yeah. That's much better. Yeah.
Not quite as annoying?
No, it's better. That's bearable now. It's pretty.
Okay.
I'd say normal level.
Okay, we might leave it at that level then. Okay, I'll just get you to pop the hearing aids out again for me, please. So we'll just open the door because that turns it off again.
Okay.
And it's only got to be just open
No.
to turn it off. So at night time when you go to bed, just pop the door open
Yeah.
and that'll turn them off.
Okay.
So just have a quick look at the hearing aids. So you just got this little silicon dome on the end.
Yeah.
Just pop it off. These do wear over time and become discoloured, so you might have to change these occasionally. So it just pops on the end. So that's the little speaker in there. I'm not sure if you can see, there's a little white ring on there.
Yep.
Now everyone has wax in their ears, but everyone's different with how much it builds up and stuff inside your ears.
Yeah.
So you just need to keep a little bit of an eye on that wax guard. They can get a bit of wax build up in there.
Yeah.
You might pop your hearing aid in one day and you think, oh, it's not working, I can't hear anything. The first thing to do after making sure that the door's shut
Yeah.
and possibly changing the battery is just check this little wax guard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. There's a little, that's
Yep.
the wax guard on the end of it there.
Yep.
So all you do is you just pop this spike in there. That'll pull out the old one.
Yep.
And just pop that on there and press it in.
Okay.
And that'll pop in the new little wax guard in there.
Oh, yeah.
And this dome just sits on the end of there. And they can build up with a little bit of wax and stuff as well over time. So you just need to have a bit of a look at those.
Yeah.
And make sure that they're clear. How does that sound?
Good.
Good?
Yeah. Much better. Yeah, with those in then.
Okay.
There we
Just pop them in for
Pop
me
'em in
again.
again.
So red for right. Some people find it easier if they hook it
Oh.
over the back of their ear first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just push it in. Okay, I'll just get you to pop that one in as well. So yeah, maybe hook it over the back of your ear first.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Just
Yeah.
give it a little bit of a push.
Sure.
No, you're right. It takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That all sounds pretty good?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, much better.
Good. Very good. Okay, mate, I'm just going to do a quick speech test with you, if that's okay.
Yep.
What's going to happen is I'm just going to read out some sentences, and I just want you to repeat the last word of the sentence for me. And what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to do it without your hearing aids in, and then we're going to pop the hearing aids back in, and then we're going to compare the results. So I might just get you to take the hearing aids out for me. You just open the door up, turn them off, that's it.
Alrighty.
Okay, but I don't want you to see my lips moving, so I might just get you to close your eyes for
Yep.
me. So just repeating the last word of the sentence. Okay, you right?
Yeah.
Miss White would consider the mould.
Mould.
Ruth has a problem with the joints.
Joints.
The boy might consider the trap.
Fact.
To store his wood, he built a shed.
Don't know that one.
Okay. The lion gave an angry roar.
No. Don't know.
He is considering the throat.
Freight.
They hope he heard about the rent.
Ring.
The car was parked at the curb.
Don't know.
Peter should consider the bow.
Bile.
The old woman discussed the thief.
Feet.
A round hole won't take a square peg.
Don't know.
You're discussing the plot.
Clock.
The woman knew about the lid.
Loo.
Peter dropped in for a brief chat.
Don't know.
You were interested in the scream.
Don't know.
The gambler lost the bet.
Bet.
The burglar escaped with the loot.
Leap.
He could discuss the bread.
Bird.
He was scared out of his wits.
Wit.
He doesn't discuss the mop.
Mop.
Eve was made from Adam's rib.
Don't know.
Get the bread and cut me a slice.
Slice.
Bill won't consider the brat.
Black.
We heard the ticking of the clock.
Clock.
Greet the heroes with loud cheers.
No.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, Matt. I might just get you to pop your hearing aids back in. And we'll try it again.
Right.
Close the door.
Oh. Oops.
Yep.
Nice step.
Hook it over the back first. That's it. Push it in. Good. Yeah, that looks good.
Good.
Oops. A bit fiddly, aren't
Alright, missed that one.
It's alright, you're doing well.
Actually, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that looks good.
Alright. This one's not working. This one's not working.
Just have a
Didn't think I heard it. So here we go, it's just on.
That's it. Close the door again.
Yeah.
I'll just have a look for a sec.
Sorry.
Yeah, there it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, the tone normally doesn't play straight away.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a few seconds lag. It just gives you a bit of time to
Oh, yeah.
hook it over your ear and pop it in.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I heard the sound. So what was that, about 3 or 4 seconds it took? Okay, so we'll just try that again. So just the same thing. I'll get you to close your eyes for me. The camera is out of film.
Film.
Ruth wants to talk about the sling.
Swing.
My jaw aches when I chew gum.
Gum.
The man would consider the spool.
Spool.
The bloodhound followed the trail.
Trail.
The doctor prescribed the drug.
Drug.
He rode off in a cloud of dust.
Dust.
He was interested in the hedge.
Hedge.
Ruth hopes she called about the junk.
Junk.
Playing checkers can be fun.
Fun.
We're glad Anne asked about the fudge.
Fudge.
The superhighway has 6 lanes.
Lines.
Unlock the door and turn the knob.
Knob.
Ruth is speaking about the meal.
Meal.
Maple syrup is made from sap.
Sap.
Bill cannot consider the den.
Den.
We are speaking about the prize.
Prize.
The car drove off the steep cliff.
Cliff.
Miss Smith couldn't discuss the row.
Row.
The glass had a chip in the rim.
Rim.
Old metal cans were made of tin.
Tin.
Miss White thinks about tea.
Tea.
Miss White doesn't discuss the cramp.
No, I didn't miss that one.
That's okay. That job was an easy task.
Task.
Mr. White spoke about the firm.
Fern.
Good. You can open your eyes now. How did you go with that? What do you think?
Much better, mate. Yeah, that first time I was probably lucky to get a couple that one.
Yeah, well, as you can see from the results, that's your results without the hearing aid.
Yeah.
So you got pretty much the majority of them not right.
Yeah.
But once you had the hearing aids in, you only missed a couple out of all of those, and they were just a letter here and there.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we would probably expect looking at your type of hearing loss.
Yep.
With that type of hearing loss, you're missing a lot of the consonants, which gives the meaning to the word and also helps to provide clarity with it. So with the hearing aids out, you're missing the consonants at the start and the end of the word.
Yeah.
And so you're not quite getting what the word was. But once you had the hearing aids in, you did much, much better. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign for us here. So I say hopefully, but the hearing aids should make a big difference for you, and you should find them really helpful.
Yeah.
But as I said before, there does take a little bit of time to get used to. You're going to walk out of here and things are going to be loud, things you haven't heard for a long time, driving in the car and stuff. But your brain will adapt to that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, are there any other specific situations that you can think of with your hearing?
I have trouble when if it's okay one-on-one.
Yeah.
But if I get in like a pub somewhere or club and there's more people around, if there's people talking and you're trying to talk to me, they'll have a problem then.
Yeah. So in those social situations with the background noise, it's hard deciphering the speech.
Yeah.
So with these hearing aids, with the function they have, they focus a bit more on the speech noise, the speech frequencies, and hopefully they're going to filter out a bit of that background noise for you, so you'll be able to find the conversation a bit better. Yeah. So what other situation? How do you go with the TV and talking on the telephone and stuff?
Telephone's good. Telephones, I haven't had any problem with TV. Sometimes I have to put, it's embarrassing. What is it? The subtitles on?
Yeah.
I do have to turn the TV up a bit more, but the TV's not too bad. I'll have to turn the TV up a bit more.
Well, I think you'll find wearing those that you'll be able to turn the TV down a bit, so it shouldn't be blaring as much. It should make the speech sound. TV can be difficult because there are a lot of other noises going on with the TV, and then the ads come on and they're really, really loud. Yeah. So, but you should find some good assistance with that, I would say, as well. So,
cool.
We might just get you back in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We'll just see how you go with those.
Yeah.
Try and wear them as much as you can.
Yeah.
We find that you get better results if you wear them as much as you can, wear them as many different places as you can. So, but if you have any dramas, if it's too much for you, if you need some adjustments or something, just give us a ring and we'll fit you in.
Yeah.
But if not, we might see you in about 2 weeks.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Matt.
That's right. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, so Jason, Matt was back in today. We just had a bit of a follow-up to see how he's going with everything. He was really happy with them. Obviously, after doing the SPIC test, it really showed up that hearing aids are going to help him massively. Yeah. So, because he only got 5 out of 25 without them, and I think it was 22 out of 25 with them in. So, he said he noticed a really, really big difference with them. He said he was probably wearing them 8 to 9 hours a day, probably mainly at work. Mm-hmm. So, and maybe a little bit with the TV. So, he said it was a big change when he walked out of here. He was hearing a lot of things he hadn't heard before, but he said that the levels seemed good. I asked him if he just wanted me to bring everything back a bit, but he said no, it seemed to be going well. So, just did a little quick MPA test again with the clapping of the hands and the rattling of the spoon, and he said it was all comfortable. So
that's good.
So that was about it. So we didn't really change anything much at all. So
he's actually coped really well considering
Yeah,
what
considering.
we were worried about initially with his degree of hearing loss. He hasn't really been troubled by loudness discomfort.
No, nothing at all really. So the only thing I think he would like to investigate a few Bluetooth functions and things just with the TV, and he likes listening to music, so maybe streaming some of that through there from his phone as well.
Good.
So that was something he'd like to look at, but that was about it. He's really happy with them, so I told him he could keep them for another week and just
Good.
just to double check that that's what he wanted to do.
And how's he progressing with the COSI goals that we set?
Yeah, good. He's finding things a lot better in background noise. He said he's finding it a lot easier at work, just with hearing what people are saying to him with all the background noise of a supermarket and the PA and everything going.
Yeah. I think the TV dialogue was a big thing for him too, wasn't it?
It was. He said his wife has noticed that he's turned it down. It's not up around 80 anymore. It's back down to a much more moderate level. He said he hasn't really been out to a restaurant or anything, but he went shopping at Grand Central the other day and he said everything felt pretty good. So no major issues at this stage. So we'll just see how he progresses over the next week. And
so the settings we've got him on now, they're pretty much as he left with the fitting, which is basically matching the insertion gain that we did, wasn't it?
Yeah, so might just check that next time he comes in that things are loud enough for him, see if we need to turn it up a bit now that he's had a little bit of time to get used to it.
Yep.
So, but we'll just see what he says. So how does that sound?
Good plan.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.